Minuteman roll call. Are you a Minuteman? Hey everybody, it's Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. Today I wanted to talk about, we've been talking a lot about Minutemen, about the restoration efforts, about getting ready for what's coming. So in this video, I wanted to go over some of my favorite channels about being a Minuteman. Very important topic. And yes, I get it, this is a new top. This little thing here is shiny. Obviously I will not be wearing it like this. Throw some tape over it. I'll throw some flat OD green tape over this. Side note. But before I get into the video, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up, share the videos, comment below. Speaking of the comments, if you have any channels that you recommend, that you really like, that are in the Minuteman genre, please let me know what channels they are. I would love to check them out. I'm all about spreading the love, building the community, so please let me know your favorite Minuteman-oriented channels, or any channels that give information that is useful for the role of Minuteman. All right? So let's get into it. Actually, one more thing before I get into it. Most of the time, not so much lately, I've been talking a little bit more about this topic here on YouTube, but most of the time it's on Patreon. That's where we really go into depth. That's where we really do a lot of good work about this kind of stuff, is on Patreon. Check out the links in the description below. It's $1 a month. Come on, man. You can't afford $1 a month, then you can't afford any of this stuff anyway. So anyway, and yes, it's a platform where I can actually speak my mind, and I don't have to put in this one. I can put in the real ones. So don't forget that. Okay, or go there if you'd like to. Be part of the Team AP, the cool guys. All right, so what are some of my favorite channels? Speaking of Minutemen skills, all those kind of things. And I'm going down kind of in the order of how they appear in my playlist. So it's the most often watched to the least often watched, because I don't get much time to watch YouTube. So that's my caveat there. First one is Risky Krisky. I'm working on doing a collaboration with him for the Risky Raiders Volume 3 with a bunch of other guys on there, or a couple other guys on there also. So Risky Krisky's talking about good things. He just did one on land navigation, very important skill, and a lot of good stuff on his channel. So check him out. Also, Black Dissident. Gave me the idea for this video. I was watching his video about war belts, battle belts for, you know, Minutemen, militiamen, whatever, that kind of stuff. Civilian-oriented people like you and me. Didn't actually get a chance to really watch the video. It gave me the idea. I wrote this stuff down. I'm like, I got to do this video now before I forget everything that's going on in my mind. But Black Dissident, check him out. Good dude, good information, good video. In all these channels, please go to them and subscribe. Comment on their videos. Share the love. All right? Please. I really appreciate it. The next one I'm sure you know of, like 2.5 million subscribers. Huge channel, but Garand Thumb covers a lot of good stuff. I don't necessarily go to his videos and watch his videos about like different tools and different platforms and the specifics of that. I like more of his stuff about like theory to use, operational stuff, his camouflage stuff, his recce stuff that's actually useful for that. I don't get into the weeds about what is the coolest new guy, you know, tactical stuff, but he has a lot of good information there, and it's a huge channel. Next one is Taborosaurus Rex. If you want to know about long-range shooting, go to his channel. He's got a lot of good stuff there. If you feel that you might be in a designated marksman role or a sniper role, yeah, well, you got to go check him out. Lots of good stuff there. Been watching him for a lot of years. Next one is Everyday Citizens Tactical. Good information there. Seems like a good dude, good channel. Go subscribe. Next one is, you probably already know of also, is Brent0331. He talks about the One Shepherd classes and a lot of stuff on there. He does all the, this is such and such camouflage in a wooded environment. You know, and he shows you how effective different camouflages are. That's how I found him a lot of years ago also. But good dude, good content. Check him out. Next one is Forward Observer. Forward Observer is really good because intel is very important for the warfighter. And I didn't write it down, I forgot, but S2 Underground is also on there. S2 Underground talks about like SIGINT, just a lot of different things, a lot of different communications and intelligence type things also. So check out that channel. Okay, where am I at? The Delaware Patriot. I haven't watched his channel in a while. We used to watch each other's channels all the time. We used to interact all the time together. I'm on his Patreon. Time. So, but he's a good dude, doing good things, got a group, training, stuff like that. Go check out his channel, the Delaware Patriot. Matt, I think is his name. I forget. I used to feel pretty close to the dude. And then we probably both got busy and we just kind of like stopped talking or something. I don't know, but good dude. Next one, I'm sure you also know of, Warrior Poet Society. John Lovell over there at Warrior Poet Society. He does talk about stuff that is applicable to Minutemen every once in a while. Not always, but good channel. I like his approach and the balance of, warrior and lover, warrior poet type stuff. Yes. That well-balanced, well-read, well-educated warfighter that can also be the warm, cuddly, loving daddy. That's a very important part. We need to be well-rounded individuals because this stuff isn't needed very often. I need to sit down and comb my little girl's hair or paint her nails pink or whatever a lot more, have a tea party with her, play dolls with her a lot more often than I need to do this, right? So it's about being balanced. Very important. All right, the next one is the Modern Minuteman. Another one of the dudes that's in the collaboration with Risky Krisky on Risky's Raiders. So go check out his channel. It talks about a lot of good stuff. What I really like about Modern Minuteman, Risky Krisky, and some of these other channels is that they concentrate on the things that will actually keep you alive, that actually matter. Not cool dude, tactical range, flat range, looking awesome and high speed and stuff like that. Real stuff that will actually help you be more effective in the field. Good stuff. All right, Reed Hendricks. He runs Valor Ridge Training Center in, I believe it's Tennessee. He, I believe, is still with the Patriot Nurse, and so she does like the medical training side, he does the tactical training side. Good dude, talks a lot of good stuff. And if you're in that area, as far as I know, I would think that his training center will offer some really good training, so check it out. All right, next one is BL Ranch, like Bravo Lima Ranch. He is actually in my AO. He's south of me a couple hours, but actually maybe more than one, less than two, I think, hours from me. Probably closer to one. Anyway, good dude, former Marine, talks about a lot of good stuff, a lot of patriotic stuff, and stuff that could apply to being a Minuteman, which is important. Alpha Charlie Concepts. Good dude. He has a tactical gear company, UW Gear, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but makes stuff for Minuteman, like chest rigs, stuff like that. But he also talks about camouflage effectiveness, a lot of stuff. I have watched his channel a lot in the past, not so much recently. That's why it's lower on the list, just because time. All right, the Militant Prepper. Also haven't watched a ton of his topics, but looking through his videos and stuff like that, I have watched his content, but seems to me that there's a lot of good stuff there that he's talking about, things doing there, so go subscribe. I'll subscribe to all these channels, please. Okay, the next one, Corporal's Corner, another very large channel. He talks a lot about, you're like, okay, well, he doesn't really talk necessarily about the Minutemen, like this kind of stuff. Au contraire, but what does he talk about? He talks about wilderness survival, how to build shelters, how to start fires, how to do things out in this stuff, which is what? Vital to the Minuteman. Vital. Vital skills that you need to be a well-rounded warrior. So check out Corporal's Corner. Massive channel. You probably already know of him. Anyway, he doesn't really need your subscribership, but subscribe to him anyway. All right, the next one is the Gray Bearded Green Beret. Talks a lot of stuff about wilderness survival also. Generally, I haven't watched his channel in quite a while now, but it was on my list, and I remember a bunch of his good content. Former Army Special Forces, enough said, right? He's the guy that goes in. They're the guys that go in and they train the guerrilla forces, they train the resistance fighters to fight an oppressive regime or whatever the situation may be. So those are the kind of guys you want on your side. Those are the kind of guys we need out here in the field, Army Special Forces, training groups, Minuteman groups, response groups, mutual assistance groups, whatever, because that's their forte. That's what they do. They go in, they train, they create resistance cells, fighters, to fight the enemy, right? Okay. Speaking of that, Pastor Joe, Viking Preparedness. He's also a former Army Special Forces. A lot of good stuff. He's not on YouTube that often anymore, but if you look back at a lot of his older stuff, he does cover these kind of topics in his videos. Also, just popped in my mind, Carl, Tactical Rifleman. He was also Army Special Forces. So check out his channel. He's also a very big channel. Another one is any kind of wilderness, bushcraft, survival. What's his name? The Guru. I forget his name now. Check out anything like that. Any kind of skills you can get to go out in this stuff and survive and be an effective warfighter is very important. So let me check the time. We're good. Okay, cool. So, and I forgot to mention it before, but if you'd like to help out the channel, help me create better content, get a tripod that's not falling apart every time I touch it, stuff like that. Anyway, help me out, then I'd greatly appreciate it. There's this thing down there in the buttons below, down there, the little heart with a thanks in it. It's called a super thanks. You can click on that, donate to the channel. I greatly appreciate it because, I'm trying to take care of my family, provide free content to you guys and all this stuff. But anyway, I'm not trying to guilt trip you. Don't worry if you don't need it, if you can't do it. I'm just saying, if you feel like it, don't forget that it's there. Anyway, I am going to go get some training on and do the things. And then after that, I'm going to get my workout on. It's upper body today. That's one of the things. Fitness is so vital. If you think you're going to be a Minuteman, you got to be fit. It's just the way it is. So work on your fitness. I love you guys. A wonderful day and blessings to you and yours.